Right now at 10, temperatures about to drop. How cold it could get.
And people with disabilities facing snow-covered sidewalks. How La Crosse is handling it.
Plus, a green light from La Crosse's City Hall. Changes on the way for several downtown buildings.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. There's good news and bad news when it comes to the weather. No more accumulating snow in the near future, but those temperatures are about to go from cold to extremely frigid.
So let's send it over to Greg to tell us just how cold we're going to get, Greg.
Yeah, definitely not going to be record-setting cold, but very unusual for cold, as we've already had a very cold start to December and the winter months so far. It's just going to get colder. Now tonight we do have a little bit of clearing going on. That's why temperatures have fallen all the way to the single digits, even, and I'll show you some below zero temperatures too right now. Otherwise, there's also some cloud cover out there further south you go, and you can see it on satellite. Still, we got some snow that's further to the southeast. The system continues to push and exit the area, but look at that, -4 all the way up to Ladysmith, because they did clear out. Areas around Eau Claire have cleared out temporarily. All these areas will see more cloud cover later in the nighttime as the system, the front, begins to get closer to the area by the morning hours. So we will drop in temperatures probably just after midnight and then kind of remain steady through sunrise before that brings our chance of snow too. So overall, 10 degrees for La Crosse, and then we'll see cloud cover throughout the morning hours. Once again, a few flurries approach by 12. Once again, this is not going to be accumulating snow, just snow as the winds turn around to the west. The front's going to come through at least in the early afternoon hour. Better chance of snow as you go further north, but still not expected any accumulation with this. But around the noon hour, you could see light snow going on as we get up to 20 degrees at Eau Claire. But notice the wind beginning to round to the west, indicating that the front is coming through. Eau Claire will drop to 2 tonight, staying above 0, but then they'll start climbing back up tonight. So later on, we'll break down all the alert day coverage that goes on, that we have all the cold conditions this weekend. The good news is, if you want to warm up, we also got that in the forecast too, and I'll explain that a bit later.
All right, thank you, Greg. And La Crosse will open its emergency day center this Sunday in response to that forecasted cold.
The center runs from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. at 713 James Street. Any adults seeking shelter from the cold can use it.
This is meant for anybody that might be a little bit more vulnerable in the cold. We want them to have a safe place to go, just as much as we want individuals that might be experiencing homelessness to have a warm, safe place to go during the day.
The city will determine future openings on a day-to-day basis and will provide free public transportation to and from the center.
People with disabilities say uncleared sidewalks create dangerous conditions across the city. The Committee for Citizens with Disabilities discussed the problem this morning. Current rules require property owners to shovel sidewalks within 24 hours of snowfall. And when sidewalks are not cleared, the city is supposed to remove the snow and bill the homeowner.
If I have to, I get up and I walk behind my wheelchair and hop on my one leg. You never know when there's ice underneath or anything, and I could take a spill real easily.
He says he hopes residents and the city will work together this winter to keep those sidewalks clear. And a reminder, when the snow or the cold weather moves in, you can always track it 24/7 with our First Warn weather app.
Well, holiday shopping is picking up in the Coulee region, but some stores say this year feels different at the register.
News 8 Now's Jadius McGee shows us what's driving the change.
Holiday shopping is underway, but some factors are putting new pressure on both shoppers and small businesses. With Christmas right around the corner, many families are purchasing gifts for their loved ones. But economists say several factors are pushing prices higher, including rising tariffs.
We do have tariffs to take some of the blame for the higher prices, particularly in the last 6 months. We're seeing increasingly that businesses are passing on those tariffs to consumers in terms of higher prices.
Local shop owners say they're feeling those effects on the ground. Shoppers are still coming in, but sales volumes just simply isn't the same.
Prices are probably a little bit higher. I try to keep them low because I want the things to move out. I think people are much more price conscious, and they might be a little more like, we don't need 4 items, we'll just buy 2 items.
And with tighter margins, small retailers say adapting quickly is the only way to keep up during the most important shopping weeks of the year.
Retail's always kind of, you gotta be able to pivot a little bit and turn and find out what's gonna work and hope for the best and hope people come in and support the small guys. You just can't make it if you're not making a profit margin.
Local businesses say despite rising costs, they're hopeful the final holiday push will bring steady traffic this season and beyond. Reporting in the studio, Jadius McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Jadius. Tonight, the La Crosse Common Council has approved a property transfer option for the Charmant Hotel. The developer, the Weber Group, is planning to sell the building. The council voted to approve the transfer and authorize city staff to complete the necessary paperwork to facilitate a potential sale.
A new state law is changing when parents must be contacted if a sexual offense is reported at school. The new law requires all public, private, and charter schools to notify parents the same day a sexual offense report is made or by noon the next day if it comes in after hours. Until now, there was no specific deadline for when schools had to contact families.
Children aren't really great about explaining to parents what happens at school sometimes, and so having a message from the administration to the parent is very helpful.
Victim advocates say the change ensures parents hear about serious incidents right away and can get support for their children sooner. The new law also requires schools to give parents access to records regarding school employee discipline.
Abra is celebrating the grand opening of its new location in Onalaska today. The auto body repair shop hosted a community event from 5 to 6:30 at its Theater Road location in Onalaska. The celebration featured some live music, food, drinks, and a raffle for all attendees.
We started at our location in La Crosse, down on Copeland Avenue. We expanded this brand new facility. Gives us a lot larger space, faster turnaround times, better equipment, and we're able to service our guests a lot faster and just get the vehicles in and out the door.
Chariots for Hope also gave away a new car at tonight's grand opening.
Developing news in the governor's race, Democrat Joel Brennan jumping in today. He's the third person tied to Governor Tony Evers to run. Brennan, a former top official for Evers, pledges to go after President Donald Trump's decisions. Here's a look at his launch video.
I'll be a governor who will stand up to Trump's dysfunction and be laser focused on improving the lives of people across our state. With fair maps and a Democratic governor, we can stay true to our values and deliver real and lasting change.
Evers' current Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez and former one Mandela Barnes are also running. The fall primary is in August of 2026.
A Republican candidate for Wisconsin's 7th Congressional District made a stop in Chippewa Falls today. Corporate lawyer Paul Waskren says he champions President Trump's policies. Waskren says while Trump's economic actions are starting to take effect, he's running on bringing a strong economy to the region.
I've seen a steady decline in economic opportunities for folks, especially young folks here in the Northland, and I think our biggest export right now is our children. So I'm running for 7th Congressional District so I can help revitalize our economy and create more opportunities to keep families here in the Northland.
Waskren is one of 3 Republicans running to replace Tom Tiffany.
Happening around the state, health officials here weighing in again on babies and hepatitis B. They still back babies getting a Hep B vaccine shot, breaking again with new CDC guidance that parents pull back. In Wisconsin in 2004, more than 3/4 of 2-year-old children received the vaccine. A Whitehall man is facing child abuse charges. Edgar Valdez was locked up after police allegedly found a 14-month-old with multiple broken bones. The child's mother left the toddler in Valdez's care while she worked. His bond is set at $150,000. He's facing 60 years in prison. Well, jury selection is underway in the federal trial of Judge Hannah Dugan. Dugan is accused of helping an undocumented man evade federal agents. The Wisconsin Supreme Court suspended Dugan indefinitely. The undocumented man has since been deported.
Still to come tonight, handmade holiday gifts, the project that's raising Christmas spirits around the region.
Plus, live music and a mission to help what the holiday train brought to Toma.
Tomorrow, starting at 5 a.m., Art is tracking some dangerously cold weather. Plus, it's Foodie Friday. The Milwaukee Burger Company stops by with a foot-long fried mozzarella stick. We'll see you starting at 5 a.m.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage, man?
That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
The La Crosse Public Education Foundation is awarding over $51,000. The money will be dispersed over 22 Gold Star grants. It lets educators teach in new and creative ways. The recipients are chosen based on creativity, engagement, and the impact on students.
Every grant is awarded on the same rubric, and we have a committee of grant reviewers who are community members who think really carefully about which grants they will allocate funding to.
Today, the foundation awarded 3 of those grants at Northside Elementary.
A new walk-in cooler at the Dahl YMCA Food Pantry means more fresh food for families in need. Funded by a Rotary Lights grant, the cooler expands the Y's capacity to store fresh and perishable items. The Food Access Program served more than 454,000 meals in 2025 and distributed nearly 460,000 pounds of food.
And not only will this allow us to store more food and different types of food, but we will be able to serve more people because we will have the space to store the food safely for them.
The program was supported by more than 1,200 volunteer hours this year, with 30-plus staff members working daily across branches and partner sites. Well, as the holiday season approaches, so do questions about how to safely dispose of holiday items. The Wisconsin DNR reminds that steel, aluminum, and paper products are all recyclable statewide. Additional recyclable items may not be accepted by all local recycling services.
Remember, a recycling symbol on a piece of packaging does not necessarily mean your local program is set up to accept it. Because of this, what you can recycle at home may be different than what you can recycle at your holiday destination.
Jennifer adds that if you are unsure about an item, it is better to throw it out than recycle it.
A UWL professor is donating over 40 handmade wooden toys. Scott Cooper and woodworking colleagues and volunteers have teamed up for this yearly mission. The handcrafted toys are donated each year to Family and Children's Center.
When we used to do it at Salvation Army and see the kids come in and they'd be so happy to get a used toy. I don't get to see the kids, but I know that we're told that they're well appreciated, and that makes me feel that I'm doing something good.
And those parents received the toys early enough to be under the tree on Christmas morning.
The Canadian Pacific Holiday Train visiting Tomah, Sparta, and La Crosse this evening. American Authors and Pink Beard brought live music performances. Organizers collected non-perishable food items and cash donations for local food banks during the event.
Right now it is very important. There's a lot of food insecurity out there right now. Helps us with a lot of our expenses that we have.
The train continues its tour with 196 stops in 13 states and 6 Canadian provinces.
Meantime, downtown Bangor hosted their Holidays in the Village event. More than a dozen local businesses offered deals and holiday festivities for the community, including the Art Room in downtown, which hosted a free ornament making station.
It feels really great because we're a town of about 1,500 people. So to bring people here and to highlight the wonderful small businesses really means a lot.
Those festivities wrapped up at 7 tonight. We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we have a little bit of snow on Friday before really the bitterly cold temperatures arrive on this weekend. So we'll break down how cold we'll get and how warm will actually come back up next week. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows.
Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation, to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. To save a child's life, please sign a petition at NarcanForSchools.com.
It's good to know your Touchstone Energy Cooperative is always there. For generations, we've powered the growth of our community. Today, our commitment is stronger than ever to provide affordable energy you can depend on and keep you connected to what matters most, now and for generations to come. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
More joy, more style, and more savings. That's what you'll find at King Furniture this holiday season. With our incredible stock of inventory, you can always find whatever you need ready for free delivery. And if it's a custom look you want, we have you covered. Shop our selection of England sofas and sectionals and choose from thousands of fabrics and leathers. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. And we'll haul away the old for free. There's no better time to shop at King Furniture.
Winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows. Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Yeah, kind of breaking down what we're going to see for Friday, too. We still got some snow showers. There's a front that'll be coming through. That's the cold front. Gusty winds in the afternoon. Most of the snow showers will probably be in the morning and further north. That's where you'll see more of it. Not accumulating snow, but you'll see that activity. Breezy, the winds will pick up out of the west, probably towards late afternoon or definitely by sunset. That means the wind chill start going below zero definitely by sunset. Probably could be teens below zero during the evening hour for the wind chill. Still, the winds will continue overnight. They'll start decreasing Saturday morning. So that's what you're looking at Friday. So it's definitely going to be a very cold, bitterly cold Friday evening for anything to do outdoor activities or you're going anywhere. Definitely dress up for it. As we notice overall, here's the snow showers coming through. It's just a little bit of an area coming through right during the early morning, and then we clear out fairly quickly. The one thing to note towards Saturday morning is it will see increasing clouds once again. There's another system that's passing well to the south. It's not going to bring any snow to the area, but if you're south of I-90, this is going to help keep the temperatures up probably Saturday morning because the cloud cover will come back in it. A different story as you go north of I-90 towards Rusk County. These areas will likely get into the teens below zero because they're not going to see the cloud cover. So something to keep in mind of, but once again, the snow will be well to the south. That will not impact our area. Now, really the big push of Arctic air, this is a 3D look at it. So as you go further north, you see the bulge up there of darker purple. That is actually the very cold air that'll be coming through. Much more milder air, Pacific air to the west. That will be coming. As you notice, this dives south. The bulk of the colder air stays to the north and modifies a little bit. And then look what happens as we go towards later on Sunday. The winds at loft turn around and all this begins to push north into Canada. This is more mild Pacific air, which is going to turn our temperatures around going into next week with a little bit of activity with some system passing really mainly to our south as a jet will be to the north. So we do have changes next week if you're looking for milder conditions. We just got to get through this first period of going through all this Arctic air. So that's why we have an alert day for this weekend. For the wind chills that could be 30 below, especially Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Temperatures both days will struggle to get above zero in some locations. And at night, we could be probably in the 20 below some areas as we go into Sunday morning. not record. A lot of the records date back to 1901, where we were really 20 below in La Crosse and Eau Claire. So this is the wind. This is a cold weather advisory for temps or wind chills. In this case, it'll be wind chills. Could be as low as 30 to 35 below. We'll see if more counties are added onto this as we go throughout tomorrow. We'll keep this updated. As we look at the wind chills that I mentioned, Friday evening, we're probably going to be by 10 p.m. already in the teens to probably 20 belows, given that it's going to be quite breezy out Friday evening. And that's when the winds are the strongest out of the northwest behind the front. Then as we go throughout the nighttime, the winds do decrease, but they're still going to produce a little bit of a wind chill going to Saturday morning. This is on average what it could be. There's likely going to be pockets of it that are going to be colder and at times colder, given what the winds will be going like. But give you an idea, 25 to 30. During the day, we'll probably be in that 15 to maybe 25, depending on how the winds play out. They will decrease a little bit in the afternoon, and we'll have the wind chills going once again into Sunday morning. Temperatures tomorrow, not bad. Get out and enjoy it, because that's probably the last we'll see of the 20s until we get to Monday. Saturday's high temperatures, definitely just single digits above and below zero. Overnight lows could be in the teens to single digits. And then as we go into Sunday, the highs barely getting into the single digits. Temperatures Sunday morning likely to be in the teens, maybe even 20 belows, especially in the colder areas that typically get colder. You could get well into the 20 belows. So will be the coldest temperatures we've seen. The good news, as I mentioned, the pattern changes next week, and we have 30s, maybe getting even close to 40. We'll see. It's kind of hard with the snowpack to get warmer than that at this point. Then we do have another couple systems passing through. But as I mentioned, the storm track's further north, so we do have a little bit of activity coming maybe Wednesday and Thursday. But overall, it's a bigger change next week. So you got to get through this weekend if you don't like the cold.
Just brace it.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, is a decade in the cards? The Aquinas girls look to make some history in Sparta. Plus highlights from one of the most electric wrestling duels you will see this season. Jacob is next.
Save big money on everything for your projects when you shop at Menards. We're your one-stop shop for everything you need. Get truckload savings on items you use every day for everyone in your household. We have it all, from big to small and everything in between. Frog Tape Advanced is premium multi-surface tape with paint block technology that seals tape edges for super sharp paint lines. Pick up a roll today. On sale for just $8.99 each.
It's big, really big. At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we are overstocked on some of our best brands and most popular styles. That means big savings for you. On top of sale prices, if it's in our warehouse, you can take an extra $100 off items over $1,000, $200 off items over $3,000, or $300 off items over $6,000. If it's in stock, save even more. But these discounts won't last. Shop Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, voted your favorite furniture store.
Your local Culligan expert helps you take control of your home's water with the world's most efficient softeners and drinking water systems. Culligan also gives you more control of your wallet with a variety of payment options for better water and finances that fit. Contact your local Culligan expert today.
Love Arby's famous roast beef? Love Hickory barbecue sauce? Love 2 for $6 deals? Meet the RBQ. It loves to be loved. Arby's, we have the meat.
Why do we do it? For these moments. To be grateful and focus on what we have, not what we don't. To reflect on what truly matters. So why do we do it? In the blur of life, we often take our blessings for granted. So, today and every day, choose gratitude. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us at Shields.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, tonight at Holman High School, fans were treated to a showdown featuring a couple programs that have had a lot of success lately on the mat, each searching for a big early season dual victory. And this one was worth the price of admission and then some. Pick things up at 113. Freshman Brendan Henderson puts the Vikings in front with a pin, and then we'll skip ahead to 132. Go Hawks with the lead, but Brock Needham flips his opponent and sticks him, getting the fall to make it a 14-12 scoreline. And that's when the home side would start to go on a run. A.J. Alish dominates his opponent and gets a pin at 157 to put Holmen ahead 30-20. But Waverly Shell Rock is one of the best programs in Iowa for a reason. They go on a huge run, take the lead 34-33 with 1 match to go. To the heavyweights, Jagger Jepson of Holmen against Mason Hinrichs for all the marbles in the 3rd period, tied at 1 apiece. Jepson shoots the single leg, gets it, and then gets on top and eventually gets awarded the points with just seconds remaining in the match. Unbelievable finish as Holmen gets the win over Waverly Shell Rock. Number 10 team in Division II in Wisconsin over in Minnesota taking on Caledonia. Houston home team getting off to a fast start, capped off by senior Aiden Burns winning his match to go up 17-0 as a team, but it's hard to contain a top 10 team like GET Melman. Gunnar Kramer tries to lead his team, getting some points here on his way to a victory at 127, and it would not stop there. Later, Connor McDonald makes quick work of his opponent, bringing his team within striking distance, and Colton Koss was up next, and it was rinse and repeat from there. GET Melman gets the comeback win by a score of 44-22. And as we mentioned last night, Aquinas looking to make it a decade since their last loss facing Sparta. Blue Gold's senior Samantha Davis doing her part, brushes off a couple defenders, converts the and one to set the tone for the away side. The offense for visitors would continue to be on display. Eva Willenbring's floater is good to extend the lead in the first half. Spartans trying to cut into the lead, and they would get some help from Abby Berendez, who lays it up and in for 2, but soon after, Elena Elias's defense going to lead to points. That's what Aquinas was doing all night long. Davis pours in 32 points, 15 rebounds, and helps lift the Blue Golds over Sparta 79-43, completing a decade of perfect conference play. Other scores from the girls' side tonight: Onalaska defeats Logan. Hillsborough downs Brookwood. CFC defeats 5th-ranked Blair Taylor thanks to a Macy Hunger free throw with a second left. And Kickapoo wins by 16 over Seneca. On the boys' side, Central defends their home court against Holmen. Onalaska puts up 89 in a victory over Logan. Quinn Gerke pours in 36 in a win over Luther. And Whitehall all over Indy Gill. On the ice, Black River Falls takes care of Viroqua on the girls' side 9-1. Brogan Baird and Piper Matheson with 2 goals each for the Tigers in that one. And a heck of a win for the Bucks tonight. They hold Boston to just 34 points in the second half. Kyle Kuzma with 31 and Kevin Porter Jr. logs an 18-point triple-double. All right, the Packers are a few days away from a date with the hottest team in football, the Denver Broncos in the Mile High City. This will be a true test for the Green Bay offense, as Denver boasts one of the most complete defenses in the NFL, only allowing 282 yards per game, and they're first in sacks with 55 up to this point. But the Packers do see ways to attack the Broncos heading into this heavyweight bout.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they have no weaknesses or holes. I mean, I definitely think that there's, plays to be made. But I mean, your playmakers got to make plays. I mean, we got to be solid in our game plan, and I think that there are some ways that we can go out there and make plays. We just got to execute and take what they give us.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what we've been harping on. Just winning your one-on-ones is the main goal this week. So they got a great team, great defense, and I think we got a great offense. We just got to execute.
And it's going to be a good one. Packers have won 4 straight, while Denver is victorious in their last 10. All right, that'll do it for sports. We got more news up ahead next.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Wow, this couch is really comfortable. I know. And I love the leather. Mm-hmm. And it holds up to snacks. Yeah. Oh. Where'd you say you got this couch from again?
Westco in Sparta.
Become the couch potato you always wanted to be and say goodbye to 2025 by taking 25% off furniture and mattresses.
Satisfy your inner couch potato only at Westco in Sparta. Stop in today.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
and the first-timer. The neighborhood hero and the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
During Chevy Red Tag, get 0% financing on this Silverado. That's over $6,900 total value. Plus, Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
We're here at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service to tell you about the great vacuums you can get for your home today. Oh, look, it's Lance, the new owner of A1 himself.
I don't do interviews, I do vacuums. At A1 Vacuum, we care about reliable products and service, and that hasn't changed with the new ownership. Our vacuums clean deeper and are built to last. We carry vacuums from all the top brands and can service any make and model.
Stop in, see the changes to A1 Vacuum today.
Plains Farm and Fleet's Christmas sale is going on now, and that means unbeatable value on unique gifts and festive favorites to celebrate the season your way. Like men's work and sports shirts and sweatshirts, 30% off. $20 off this Red Ryder BB gun, just $27.99. All Christmas lights are on sale, 20% off. Plus, now through Saturday, rewards members get a free $10 gift card for every $100 spent. Wrap up your holiday shopping for less. Only at Plains Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Santa Claus and real estate website Zillow have teamed up to show off his cabin at the North Pole.
Families can take virtual tours of the space, which includes a candy-themed room, a winter wonderland area, and a glamorous holiday den. Although the fabricated home is not for sale, Zillow values the North Pole property at more than $1.2 million. It does look quite cozy. So it's not a real thing then?
No, completely fabricated.
Okay.
But, you know, Santa does have the workshop up there, so he's probably got some living accommodations there. And the property value of that one's probably insane.
Way more, way more. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Winter can actually be the perfect time to replace those old drafty windows. Nothing will keep you more comfortable in your home during the winter than new windows. And our certified master installers are highly trained experts that will install your new windows properly while reducing exposure to outside elements. We'll take out your old window and place in your new window in less than 5 minutes on average. Ask how your winter installation can save you money and make you more comfortable in your home.
What if buying a car felt easy? At Maury's Auto Group, it does. With Maury's Best Price First, there's no haggling, no hassle, just upfront, honest pricing. And with Maury's team, you get guidance, not pressure. You always get more with Maury's. More help, more clarity, and more value. Visit any Maury's Auto Group dealership now through December 13th and get an instant $500 trade-in bonus on your new car purchase during our Joy of Savings event. Or go to Maury'sAuto.com and get more with Maury's.
It's Hy-Vee's one-day sale, Friday, December 12th. Ground chuck, just $4.48 a pound. Hy-Vee chili style or kidney beans, just 49 cents. Jack's Pizza, just $2.48. Bird's Eye frozen vegetables, just 88 cents. Banquet fruit or meat pies, just 88 cents. Plus, you'll find even more great deals across the store. Save in-store and online. One day only, Friday, December 12th, only at Hy-Vee.
More joy, more style, and more savings. That's what you'll find at King Furniture this holiday season. With our incredible stock of inventory, you can always find whatever you need ready for free delivery. And if it's a custom look you want, we have you covered. Shop our selection of England sofas and sectionals and choose from thousands of fabrics and leathers. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. And we'll haul away the old for free. There's no better time to shop at King Furniture.
The Medicare open enrollment has now ended, but if your plan is being canceled, don't worry. You have until December 31st to find a new plan. At Strive Medicare, we bring over 40 years of experience working with Medicare plans. Let our trusted local team guide you to the coverage you deserve.
We came to Strive Medicare and everything was taken care of. A seamless experience.
We're conveniently located inside the Social Security building in downtown La Crosse.
Call Strive Medicare today. We're here to help every step of the way.
Since we're in the Christmas spirit here, naughty or nice, so you'll probably guess what is going to be the not so nice forecast of the period. Next week, it is going to be kind of above freezing finally, and then obviously this weekend, not good with 35 below, unless you're like me, which likes this weather. So pretty much, I guess, overall, you'd probably go to the left side a little bit, but I would probably push it further to the right, but that's me. Otherwise, you can see we're getting back into the 30s next week, so definitely be prepared, bundled up, and be careful out there.
All right, good advice. That'll do it for us tonight at 10.
Have a great night.